Oh, wait, we actually write the poem. Alright, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think that your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh. Oh, so we just... Huh. Okay. Kitty! Kitty! I like games. Yeah, games are good. That made her happy. I guess they jump whenever they're happy. Fluffy, heart, tenacious, journey, headphones. We'll go with heart. Oh, I made Natsuki happy. Wait. Sorry, that's... Which one's Natsuki? I think this one. Regardless, okay. Mouse, turtle, bunny, uncanny rose, time, ocean. Cheeks. Special, breathe, breathe. Hopeless, that's a little dark. Wrath. Oh. Climax. Hey, you already know we like that climax. Massacre. Okay. Childhood alone. Puppy, rain cloud. Vivid. Massacre sounds fun. Oh, you like that. Okay! Incapable. Suicide. Memories explode. Disoriented. Smile. Agonizing. Destiny romance. I don't... Oh, that's not good. We need to check up on our girl Yuri, I think. She gets excited for that word. Alright, Infallible. Raindrops. Adventure. Sensation. We like this. Oh, you like that too. Okay. Excitement. Imagination. Anime. Oh, I like parfaits. Oh, you also like parfaits. Okay. Bouncy. We all know what's bouncy, don't we? Don't we, guys? Trampolines. Trampolines are bouncy. Rubber balls are bouncy. Anyway. Oh, bubbles! Uncontrollable. Lust. Lust. Eternity. Rainbow. Oh. Death. Misery. Depression. Wait, why did you? I thought she would be happy about that. Why were you happy about depression? Are you okay? Now I'm concerned for all of them. Desire. Uh-huh. Kawaii! Yeah, that makes sense. Boop. Hi again, Desi-chan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Yeah, don't worry, I'm kinda here against my will. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, here it is. I'm back at Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Thank you for keeping promise, Desi-chan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Mama, 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 mama. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Desi-chan always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once? It's probably a good thing that I clean your room.
Is that so?
You two are very good friends, yes? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Desi-chan can become good friends too.
Sayori, don't pressure this poor Russian girl. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri, I even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori. You brought me something? No, not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. Well, what is it? Never mind. Sayori made sound like big deal when it's really not. Ugh, what do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
Oh, I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. But if it's garbage, just like I'm letting you know, I'm not letting it down. Yeah, you better look embarrassed. Better be a good prize. Good surprise. You never hear the end of it. I'll embarrass the fuck out of you. Now I'm lying. Look, I'll lie in your face. Ready? It'll make me happy no matter what. In reality, it ain't. It better be a baller-ass gift. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. I'm lying. I'm definitely gonna make it into a big deal. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It is short to read, so keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if wanted. Yuri, this is an ass gift, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want a book, I wanted like, I guess I'm a guy. I wanted like, I don't know, some like man cologne, or a car. Yeah. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much? Wow! Thank you! I'll definitely read this. Throws it in the trash. I enthusiastically take the book. Guys, I'm not a big reader, like in general, so this is, I would never enthusiastically take a book unless it's like a comic book, like a webtoons, you know what I'm saying? Phew. Well, you can read at own pace. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Well, now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a very cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ugh.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga?
You read manga, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit that you're really into it until you figure out if the other person is. How did you know anyways?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
Is it now? Does this face say manga? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it does. This is a good looking face, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. Well, what's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stacks of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. That's rude. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one of the books missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls. Uh-huh. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means that it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. No, I wasn't judging your Parfait Girls or anything. I didn't even say anything.
There's a tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Desi-chan. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover.
You got a little tooth. Wow.
In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo.
Don't just stand there. What?
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats it on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that? I guess it is easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, do I smell bad? I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her, either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming that additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
Yeah, sure, I'm reading. I mean, I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's just about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of the plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot?
Well,
I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's really a funny chapter when they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. That's what really makes it good. Romance, huh? Yeah? There's so many touching...
Huh? There's so many touching parts? Huh? Ain't no touching shit. Uh-huh. Is that so? It's kind of weird. Yeah, it sounds like you really know what you're talking about if you catch my drift. Well, maybe I underestimated you. It's not just manga, it's probably hentai.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Oh,
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I mean, I just... What? I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Yeah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah. Why does that matter?
I mean, it doesn't. I'm just curious, you know. Since you enjoy baking too.
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I would never. I feel bad for anyone that's that impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? I feel uncomfortable. This is definitely a child. Let me read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else, huh? I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Oh, you got no friends. No, nobody friendless, nobody baby. Don't you share your manga with your friends? Or you ain't got no friends. You're lonely.
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry, not sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Yep, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
Well, I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Yeah, maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? I like her little tooth, it's cute.
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot this happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori? What the fuck you mean Minori? Is my favorite. My god.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her. She's so unlucky. But I get it's especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast between her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when you're connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it is a rare experience, the thought of that makes me smile a little bit to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Ah, fuck, I forgot that was a thing.
Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she got to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Oh, this is me. My bad. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back?
Don't you want to
Know what happened?
Yeah, but Monica just said,
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take me forever. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
But by tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I'd fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Yeah, I should probably kick my ass, let's be honest. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yep, sure did. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
Oh, I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Well, probably Natsuki, right? Because I guess we've been talking to her. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I share mine with her first.
Okay. Well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
That was the point of sharing in the first place, then. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poem? That's what I had in mind when I was writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined that. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her own throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing to the world like you're all self-important.
I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I'd say mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
Oh, yeah, I love it. It's so good.
What? Just be honest.
I am. It was something. Well, why are you so convinced I wouldn't like, that?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even get to take my writing seriously. But isn't
the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, sure, I understand. Totally.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad that you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with her at that last comment. I don't really care about how everyone... No. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Ugh. I guess Sayori.
Wow, this is a good poem, Desi-chan. Are you sure it's your first time?
Yep. Pretty sure. It's not that good. I literally just jotted down random words. I'm pretty sure suicide is on there, by the way. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's what impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm I'm really happy that you wrote this one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Yeah, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Desi-chan. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh god, okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed makes me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Okay. Sarah, you wanna talk about that, like, last thing? This is just a guess, but did you did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
Yeah, you can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still try my best.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yep. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
I guess I look forward to it. Oh my god, I had to show all of them? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't force yourself. Just make me stand here like a fucking idiot. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing poem, yes? Yep. Why do you ask? It sucks, right? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it sucks. Good to know. Yeah, no. Did I just raise voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I can't help but notice, but then it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Ah, yes, right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think most notable thing I recognize new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from topic matter and form fitted together. The end result is both styles and expressiveness are very weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that is not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example, trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in club gives valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. I say it's fine, but it's not really fine. You're kind of a dick to our little pink-haired freak, you know what I'm saying? Not really sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Yes, please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which is itself, it's kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Fuck, it's in cursive. The ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glows bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I like Natsuki's poem way better. Can't understand this bullshit. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. No, that's called cursive. It's not terrible, I'm just an idiot. I really wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write the longer poems. Nope, not at all. I'm glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into Ghost, Yuri? That's probably a fetish. Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Daisy-chan. Oh, really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to Ghost, lingering in her last remaining place to comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Wow, that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It is nothing, really. Well, makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Maneka. Love the Maneka. Hi, Daisy-chan. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to do it, but I'll keep it in mind. I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Desi-chan.
We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true, I guess. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Desi-chan. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, God. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. I'm lying through my teeth. I'd never heard of this person in my life. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Now let's read it then. Oh god, I have to scroll for this one. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Huh. Okay. So, what do you think? Yeah, it's very free form if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback, because literally any meaning will literally fly over my fucking forehead. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Well, what was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you're trying so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move it in your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. Jesus. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns a poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is, cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you really have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Desi-chan did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Desi-chan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just, Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Desi-chan appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
What? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
What? Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Desi-chan started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
of all of you! I don't like it fighting you guys!
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was sitting here. Daisy-chan. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Daisy-chan. Wait, there is reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessarily limiting yourself, it is also a waste. You understand that, right, Daisy-chan? What the fuck did I get dragged into? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh. You look horny, and you look very upset. I'm gonna side with the pink-haired girl. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feeling with fewer words can be just as expressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? It shows how much you know.
This not, Natsuki. I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a very personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticisms can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yes, she's so right. Daisy-chan, you're absolutely right. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters in that barely audible. Yuri? Yes. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. Don't give me the fucking bombastic side eye. I see that shit. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything that she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so.
Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Daisy-chan. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori? I'll go make tea.
What? I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated that, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Pat, pat, pat. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Daisy-chan. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around. We got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. Got it! No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so I'll still relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Yeah, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I would say it is worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Desi-chan, what about you? Yeah, I guess I would say the same. That's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job in impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Desi-chan, ready to walk home?
Yeah, sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen a fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, right?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Desi-chan, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? I'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.